in this dialogue, we would like to make a kind of partnership, or you can say joining forces together to be able to create an agenda and talk to every possible agency, including all the government agencies, to ensure that when we have plans to make our cities better and smart, then we must have some possibility and avenue to improve our safety and security systems, our policing in the city, social organization of city. So we will have this whole discussion in spirit of cooperation, because we are very serious about not only learning but also about being able to make contribution towards the future generations of our daughters and our sons, to be able to inherit a city which is going to be very safe and secure.
That you have the insufficient presence of police. Insufficiency, as she has already pointed out, look at the ratio of police and the population. It's minuscule. How to encourage community support for safe city? Because only one stakeholder will not do. Only the police can't do everything. You need to have community support to make it more safe and more secure. You need to strengthen the police at the local level. It's no point talking of high values, make the police commissioners very strong, this and that. You have to think of the local response. You need to restore the dignity of the policeman. You have to give him all the kinds of good working conditions, good living conditions. But I must say one thing, that you need to increase the strength of the women police. That's one of the requirements. And unless you make the city safe, you cannot have a smart city. Thank you.
Which police officer knows how to interview a rescued person? Safe city means it is not if the Home Minister is safe. It is not if the Deputy Commissioner is safe. It is if the constable's daughter also should be safe. If the rickshaw puller's wife is also safe. How do we ensure that? The last man, Gandhi's point, last mile, if the last mile is safe, then only is safe. Can we think of developing a sort of a minimum standards of security in the country?
But conviction होते नहीं. So what is the purpose of this whole justice mechanism? Is there something that we are working towards, or is this something we are working backwards? Because our NCRB says that our conviction rate is 25%. In this code it's saying conviction rate is 2%. Maybe it is exaggeration, but there is no authentic research. Neither NCRB statistics are reliable, nor what this man said he administrated over there. He's not altu faltu ki aise hi bol diya. If he says 2%, what do we go by and how do we go by? So we do not have research, we don't have all this hearsay, and we are thinking how to make a city smart. According to me, a smart city has to be a safe city. A safe city stems from a safe home, a safe environment, a safe mohalla. If the girl doesn't feel safe to go out in the evening or morning in her own neighborhood, or she doesn't feel safe in her own home, if the father is raping the sister and herself and her younger sister, and she doesn't know where to go, and not once, this is going on for 2-3 years. Now where is that girl to go? There has to be some support there where she can access it. She doesn't have to run from here to there to somewhere else, and the police doesn't believe her, nobody else believes her. I think a changing in our mindset has to happen, that all cases are not Nirbhaya cases. All cases do not end in death. All cases are not gruesome, violent cases that we have seen in our television screens. They happen in a quiet manner at home, and the girl cannot talk about it.
Actually, if I look at the safe city as a concept, as a woman, I will approach it as, claiming of a public space. I think which is all it about, and everybody is objecting to that. Predominantly, I think only less than 2% cases are of incest. Maybe it's less than that, and predominantly it is either by the neighbors, or maybe your acquaintance, or there is some category, not others known, but somewhere known to the woman or the girl, basically. So I think all our intervention when we are making, you are rightly saying that when we are putting all these kind of things that put that much in high technology and all, so it's not reaching within those walls, basically. So I think all our intervention, we need to plan based on that who are the perpetrators.
Because now we have tried a lot, from the top, women's organizations together. What we are hearing today is start from the bottom. Get the community to participate. Get the community to be sensitized.
get the community police to be sensitized. If we really want police reform, we have to prepare ourselves to recognize the fact that the condition of police itself as people is bad. And unless that is the fact, we cannot prepare them to really become effective.
And our own. It's not only the community, this does not happen only to the poor. It happens at every level of our society. So one of the things I would request is we don't, pitch this at the other. We need to acknowledge it ourselves. Why does a woman feel annihilated and dirty when she's raped? I think a lot of things psychologically has to be worked out.
See, it has to be quick and professional investigation, number one. And once investigation is completed, then the other part of the criminal justice system, that is judiciary, they have to play equally important role. Suddenly we'll recruit 10,000 constables in a given state. Unfortunately, the state doesn't have facility to train those 10,000 constables. So, now our training capacity have to be strengthened, it has to be upgraded. Then the job of the trainer has to be made much more attractive.
But really, what is the need of the victim, and what we feel is the concept of support person should be pushed further rather than have stationary models that sit in one place and expect victims to come, because these victims can't come. But when you're coming to a police station, you're expecting a state response, and you should get a state response. You should not get a response which says, call your husband, let us work out a settlement, because she's tried all that.
Now every police station has a 24/7, 365 days in a year women help desk, which is manned by women police officers, and the number of complaints received at this desk during the year 2015 up to June 15 was over 14,000. But we are seeing, because of the proactive measures taken by us, there is a decline in the number of women who are now victims of a variety of violence against them. Then every police station we have a separate telephone number which is managed by women police officers. Next please. We also have been taking steps to increase the number of women in our police force. This year our training has started for these young girls who have been recruited as SIs as well as women constables. Then, as I mentioned earlier, holding meeting with NGOs on a monthly basis.
That they take them as partners. The problem is that they take them as adversaries. That maybe CSR can be a tiny organization to help you. Today it is a very well established relation of nearly 15 years. So I think that there is need to open up that city is our common challenge and our common resource. Whether it is for a police officer, I think there is need to go for a new engagement where police must treat people as partner and not as adversary, particularly women organizations.